Hey guys, welcome back for another short flow. Today's going to be a little different. Make sure your sound is on so you can hear what I'm saying. I'll leave it at that. Another thing we're going to do is we're going to get really mindful around our hands. A lot of the time when we're flowing through, it's something we kind of forget about. It's just there at the end of these long things. But I really want to today focus on being aware of what they're doing and almost let them lead us through the flow. So start off in our comfortable seat. Close down through the eyes. You can have legs crossed on your knees, wherever you feel most comfortable. Maybe you listen to the sound of the birds. Then start to drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Start to take your left fingertips towards the earth. Again, let the hands lead. That's where a lot of our movements today are going to originate. Slowly back towards center, left ear to left shoulder, the right fingertips start to gently creep away. Back through center. Start to bring your hands towards the earth into a tabletop shape. As I said, this is going to be where our focus is today, so we're going to warm them up. Grounding down through the fingertips, we're going to start to take some wrist push-ups. So start to lift the palms of your hands off the ground. Your thumbs are going to come up as well. Then lower down on a breath out. Lift up slowly as you breathe in. Keep the fingertips really active, then lower down on the out. Lift up in. Keep the fingers engaged, lower down slowly. We're going to take two more. I want you to move as slow and controlled as you can. If you want a little more work, start to shift your weight forward. If you want a little less, weight can go back. One last time. Start to turn your hands around so your fingers are facing your knees, and we're going to go externally. If you can do it this way, that's really impressive, but we're going to go externally. From here, we're going to start to shift the weight back. Now you can pulse backwards and forwards until you find a depth you're comfortable at. Here, the further back, the more intense it's going to be, the further forward, the more gentle, but keep those fingers really engaged, really active. Take one more breath in. Start to come back to neutral. We're going to move through a few cat-cows to warm up through the spine. So as you breathe in, drop the belly, head starts to lift up. Tuck the chin, tuck the hips, push the ground away as you breathe out. Again, try and start this from your hands. That's where your focus is. So keep the fingers gripping as you breathe in. You drop the belly, open up through that front line. Now, especially on the breath out, push the ground away, creating all this space through the upper back. Just two more like this. With your breath, nice and slow, nice and controlled, keep the hands engaged. Then on your next breath in, neutral spine. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. As I said, we're working from here. So we're going to start to really stabilize through the hands. I want you to ground down through your right hand. Start to lift your left arm back in line with your body. The other leg. Good. You can stay here. If you want a little more, you're going to start to lift that right leg into the air. Stabilize, stabilize, stabilize. Here you're actually using your thumb and your little finger as well as backwards and forwards. Take one more breath in. Hand and foot back to the earth. Start to move to the other side. Ground that left hand, right hand moves back. You can stay here if you want to. If you want a little more, that left leg is going to lift. This is a really tough shape. As much as it doesn't really look like it, there's a lot of stabilizing that needs to go on. Shoulder, core, hips. One more breath in. Touch the hand, touch the foot down. Start to ripple forward towards a high plank. Only a few breaths here. As always, you can shift the weight forward, drop the knees if you want to. Yeah, this is your practice. And this class is going to be accessible for everyone. Yeah, you're going to have options to take it easier, to take it harder. Everyone start to shift the weight forward. Drop the knees if you haven't already. Lower down. Through chaturanga, keep the elbows hugging in tight. I'm going to take Cobra just one time. We're going to hold it. So the head, chest, the shoulders lift up. Squeeze shoulder blades together. Take your hands off the earth. We don't want to be just cranking into the lower back here, pushing up. We want to engage all the extensor muscles through the spine. Take one more breath in. Release down. Breathe out. Let it all go. Push up through that tabletop. On the breath in, down dog. As you breathe out, we're going to move straight into our flow. Now, when we're going through the first side, the right side, the left hand is going to be what leads you through. When we go on the left side, the right hand's going to lead you through. So take a breath out. Three-legged dog. The right heel lifts as you breathe in. Knee to nose, tiger curl, push the ground away, step between the hands. Crescent lunge, bring your hands to your heart. Still tucking the sacrum down and under, the belly button still going in. And we'll start to bring this space between your shoulder blades back without arching through the lower back. Take one more breath in here again. Focus to that left hand. Skandasana as you breathe out over the left leg. Now you do not have to be as low as India. You can be up here, but as long as there's a bend through the knee, knees and toes are going in the same direction, you're building strength. I just don't want to see you down here and passive. Take one more breath out. Focus to that left hand. Fireball, breathe in, let it lead you forward, high up on the left toes. There is this long straight line. You're not resting the belly on your thigh, you're lifting it up. Take one more breath in. Water wheel as you breathe out. So start to bend through that right leg. Twisting is coming from the core. Really good. There's this long straight line through the spine. Right toes going forward with the right knee. Take one more breath out. Revolve, reverse, breathe in. Follow that left hand. Skandasana. Again over the left leg. Just for a breath out. Fingertip lunge facing the back of the mat. Breathe in. Chaturanga on the exhale. You can keep the left leg off if you like. Up dog, breathe in. Downward facing as you breathe out. And we're facing the back of the mat. That's why I said have the sound on. I don't know if you set the camera up in front of you, but you're going to be facing the wrong way. Just listen to the sound of my voice. Take a breath out. Left heel rises, breathe in. Just one tiger curl. Bring the knee to the nose. Step between the hands. Crescent lunge. Hands at heart. And neutral lower back. Think really heavy in the legs. Hips down is heavy. Then it's like somebody's got a string in there lifting the crown of your head up. One more breath in. Skandasana over the right leg. So it's your original front of the mat. Good. Remember the right hand now is what's leading us. Knees and toes in line. One depth may be different to the other. That's fine. Take a breath out. Again, that right hand leads you forward. Fireball. Breathe in. High up on the right toe. Now that's one of my favorite movements. If you've done my classes before, I may have heard. Reminds me of Dragon Ball Z. Take one more breath in. Bend through that back leg, water wheel, breathe out. That energy is still here, still in that right hand. There's that twist. It's coming from the core. It's what's dictating how far you go. Maybe you start to take your gaze either to the left side or even back. One more breath out. Revolve, reverse. That right arm lifts up. Skandasana over the right leg. Breathe out. Fingertip lunge over the right, other way. There you go. Breathe in. Chaturanga. Exhale. Up dog, pushing the earth away. Crown of the head lifts. Downward facing dog. Breathe out. That's what we call a mandala flow. It's a beautiful way to practice. If you haven't done it before, it can be a bit confusing. If you get lost, that is fine. India is here. Follow her. We're going to take it one breath, one movement. So starting with the right side, that means the left hand is going to lead us. Take a breath out. Right heel lifts, breathe in. Just one tiger curl, knee to nose. Crescent lunge, but keep your hands at your heart. That left hand is going to take us. Skandasana over the left leg, breathe out. Fireball, breathe in. Long line, water wheel, breathe out. Revolve, reverse, the left arm lifts. Skandasana over the left leg, breathe out. Fingertip lunge this side, inhale, pull broadness through the collarbones, then your flow. You guys know you can go straight back to downward facing dog. We'll meet there. Everyone on a breath out. Left heel lifts up, that right hand is going to guide us. Knee to nose, exhale. Step between. Crescent lunge, hands at heart, start to bring the energy there. Skandasana over the right leg, breathe out. That right hand is going to bring you up and forward. Fireball, breathe in that long straight line. Water wheel, breathe out. Revolve, reverse, right arm lifts up. Skandasana over the right leg. Fingertip lunge at this end, this long line, then your flow. If you're going through, elbows stay hugging in, stay engaged. There's no passiveness at all through here. Straight away, right heel lifts up slowly. Use the whole breath. Bring your knee to your nose. Tiger curl, step through, crescent rise. Slowly, that left hand's taking you Skandasana over the left leg. Water wheel. Let it lift you up. Then bend through that left knee, water wheel, breathe out. Revolve, reverse, slowly inhale, Skandasana over the left leg, breathe out. Fingertip lunge, a little fancy footwork. Then flow through or straight back to down dog, up to you. Everyone back there. Left heel slowly. Knee to nose, pushing the ground away. Create that space. That's how you step through. Crescent lunge, hands at heart. Skandasana over the right leg. Let that right hand take over. Let it pull you forward. Fireball, breathe in. Water wheel, breathe out. Revolve, reverse. Let it lift up. Then Skandasana again over the right leg. Fingertip lunge facing the right side, expand through the collarbones, then flow through. And downward facing, we're going to go through one more time, either side. Right heel lifts up, breathe in. Knee to nose, pushing the earth away. Crescent lunge, maybe you start to move a little slower. Skandasana over the left leg. Pull the air out, then that left hand lifts you up and forward. Breathe in, little bend through the left knee, breathe out. Revolve, reverse, it starts to lift up, then you windmill down, Skandasana over the left leg again. Fingertip lunge, breathe in. Maybe you keep the left leg lifted as you flow through. Thighs are off the earth in up dog, downward facing, breathe out. One more time, left heel lifts slowly. Knee to nose. Crescent lunge, rise up, that right hand's taking you through. Skandasana over the right leg. Fireball slowly. That long line, right heel, right hand, water wheel, breathe out. Revolve, reverse. Using the whole breath, Skandasana over the right leg. Fingertip lunge, pull that length through the whole body, breathe in. Chaturanga, breathe out. Push through, land in downward facing dog. Good. If you want to come down to a child's pose for a few breaths, that's fine, or we can stay in this downward facing dog shape, pushing the earth away. Notice how you feel here compared to the first down dog. Keep that engagement through the hand. Take one more breath out. If you're in child's pose, push back up. Ripple forward to a high plank. Ground down through the right hand. Side plank, Vashisthasana. Again, here you have options. You can drop the right knee down to the earth if you want a little less. If you want more, you can start to lift that left leg up. One more breath in. Slowly come back, high plank. Breathe out. Ground the left hand. Right arm rises. Your variation. No matter where you are, you're pushing the earth away with that left hand. Bend your elbow. Good. One more breath in. Back through, high plank. Drop your knees to the earth. Push back. Anahatasana. Puppy pose. Here, hips are directly over knees. We're dropping the chest to the earth. Externally rotate through the upper arms. Good. Hands are really engaged. What we're trying to do here is make sure we're not bending too much through the elbows so they're resting on the earth. They don't have to be completely lifted, but we want to be active. Externally rotating to give ourselves room through the shoulders. One more round of breath. Start to push back up to a hero's pose. Bring your legs out wide. Make sure you're sitting forward on your sitting bones. Don't be rounding through your lower back. If that's the case, grab a block, grab a pillow. A long spine. Start to bring your right arm to the inside of your right leg. Spin the chest open. We've got that elbow there to help open up through the chest, and the left arm coming up and over, reaching past the left foot. Notice I said past, not to. Don't be cranking through the side body. We're trying to lengthen. We want to create as much length from this left hip to the left armpit as we can. And again, that external rotation. Taking your pinky finger inward. It's weird. Pinky comes in, that's external rotation through the shoulder. But that's giving us more space to create more length through the side body. One more breath to reach a little more. Slowly coming back, take it on the other side. The left elbow to the inside of the left leg, use it to spin the chest open. The right arm comes up and over. Right hip crease is heavy. As much length from the hip to the armpit as you can create. slowly start to lift back up. Use a breath in to create length. Then we start to fold forward, leading with the chest. Just a few breaths here. Make sure the toes are still spinning up. You do not have to be as deep into this as India is. There's not many who are, myself included. One day. The trick with not just our asana practice, but all of our practices, you can only start where you are. Slowly start to lift back up. Bring your feet together, roll down onto your back. Take a bend through your right knee. Left ankle over that right knee. Flex the toes on the left foot, reach through, grab the thigh or the shin on that right leg. Start to hug it in towards the chest. Releasing through the left glute. Just a few more breaths. Every breath you go a little bit deeper. But all your attention is on the breath. Start to release the thigh, but keep the ankle where it is. That sole of the left foot is going to start to move to the right side. So we're coming into a twist, but the ankle is still over the knee. Try and keep the shoulders heavy to the earth. Releasing through this twist. It's not a super deep one. The shoulders heavy, let the legs fall wherever they land. Just one more big breath in and then an active release on the breath out. Roll back up through center. We're going to switch over legs. So bend through the left, right ankle over the left knee, flex the toes as always. Want this movement to come from the hip, not the knee. Grab the thigh or the shin, start to move it in. And if you're somebody who finds this tough to grab the thigh or the shin, what you can do is move up against a wall, bring the sole of this foot on the wall, use that to start to bring yourself deeper into this shape. Keep breathing. Keep that right foot engaged, but release tension through the right glute. One more full round of breath. Can you let go a little bit more? And that right sole starts to move to the left side. Keep that figure four shape. Shoulders stay heavy. This twist comes from the thoracic spine, the upper back. Just two more breaths. Twisting is a beautiful way to release tension, to let go. Slowly back through center. Send your legs out long. We land in Shavasana, our final resting pose. Legs are long. Bring your arms down by your sides so your palms are facing the sky. This is a position of surrender. We let go of just our physical practice, but also any thoughts that we're harboring about it. Let it all go. Let it all settle. Here as long as you need. When you feel the time is right, start to introduce some small movements back into your body. And then allow that ripple of movement to turn into a wave as you move towards a comfortable seat. When you land there, bring your hands to your heart. Find Anjali Mudra. A gentle bow of your head, acknowledge not just your practice, but that of everyone else. As always, I leave you with what Maharaji left Ram Das: love everybody, tell the truth. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you so much, yogis, for joining us. As always, reach out, let us know how you're going. We love hearing from you guys.
See you soon, guys.